Grand Theft Auto truly is a fascinating game. However, with an expansive map and continued updates adding in new opportunities and things to buy within the game, there has come a different aspect that is hard to ignore. Looking back in the beginning, we had a $1 million Bugatti, the most expensive vehicle in general that you could buy at the time when it really came down to it. You could buy the big dump truck for $1 million, you could buy the Titan. The $1 million car was well balanced with the real world price range, and with the way that missions were set up early in GTA, where it was a set base pay instead of how long you spent in the mission, getting a 10-car garage full of this $1 million Bugatti was not unheard of at all. When the MC update finally released, the bikes that were released within were not overpriced. They were overpriced in the standards of Harleys, but well underpriced in the inflation rate that GTA was beginning to show. In this same time frame, we would see vehicles released for $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, and with the upgrades actually didn't bring you much over the $600,000, $700,000 range. Nowadays, that is relatively unheard of. Coming into the CAYO PERICO heist, we had been getting used to consistent overpricing by the hundreds of thousands and in some cases millions of dollars. Although this heist wasn't any different in this case, bringing in go-karts for $1 million or basic two-seater Humvees that cost well over $1 million. What this heist did bring in, just like all of the updates however, was a new opportunity to make money, but what a lucrative way of making money this has proven to be. I was critical of this update at the launch. I didn't see the content actually meeting the expectations that most of the community had on it, but the basic consensus was that this update was a relative flop due to the overhyped marketing that Rockstar was putting out and how long they spoke of the quote-unquote largest update to ever come to GTA Online. Over the last week, my emotions have generally stayed the same, aside from the fact that I have successfully ran this heist more than 10 times, 8 of which have been on hard mode and 6 of which have been the Elite Challenge completions, and I have made well over $14 million doing this. Let's go back though. If you wanted to grind some money seriously previous to this update, you had a couple options, and that was going to get you roughly $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 an hour. At times, there would be double money weeks that would allow for more money to be made, but the ability to make over $1 million or anything in the $1 million range per hour was relatively unheard of unless you were using exploits. Now, Rockstar sells their in-game currency through shark cards at a base rate of 8 million GTA bucks for $100 US plus tax, which ends up being roughly $107 in my area. Making an average of $500,000 an hour in-game would put you at an earned real-world income equivalent of $6.69 per hour. Not terrible when you're considering a game that we enjoy playing, but when you grind at this level for a week or two, you'll quickly start questioning if your time is actually worth well under $7 an hour, as opposed to just buying a shark card, enjoying the game, and saving your time. That, of course, is if you have the spare money to buy shark cards, in which case you can almost always hold off for a few weeks and Rockstar will offer you a deal. I capitalized on this deal years ago and got $12 million for the $107 US, and at that rate, that would lower your real-world wage equivalent down to as low as $4.56 an hour. Now, the reason I wanted to go over that is in an attempt to get you all in the right mindset to see how lucrative this new CAYO PERICO heist update really is. The heist setups themselves, including the scope out, can be done in well under 60 minutes once you get familiar with the system. Some have completed all of the setups and the heist in 50 minutes or less. Taking the stealth approach, heading through the drainage tunnel, it offers you an easy way to get through the mission very quickly. It really is all cookie cutter placement of where the guards are, and it never does really change. The only time you don't get the Elite Challenge as well is if there just isn't enough loot down by the docks to fulfill your loot bags. With all of that being said, this allows a player, once practiced and seriously grinding, of course again in the same comparison as that $400,000 to $600,000 range before, allows them to make an average of $1.4 million an hour. That's my personal average over 10 successes nonetheless. This raises that hypothetical real-world wage to $18.73 an hour. This allows a player to make the equivalent to that $107 shark card in just over 5 hours of gameplay. There was one attempt where I made 1.7 million with the Pink Diamond Elite Challenge, but that simply upped my average all in all from the lower tequila payouts, which I think I've gotten 4 of. Now all of a sudden, even if you have 100 here and there to blow on the game that you really do enjoy playing to save you the time, it's hard to ignore the fact that within 1 hour's time from right now, you could potentially have 1.5 million or more extra in your bank account, and almost nothing about it is stressful or difficult to do once the few attempts are completed and everything is generally understood. This all being said, does this fix the insane inflation rate that we've all seen brought to GTA Online over the years? Does this actually make a $1 million price tag on a go-kart a purchase you could actually make sense of? I think so, but I'm curious to hear what you all think about this. I will say this, after 10 times of running it, which is significantly less than the amount some of you out there have ran this thing, I was already starting to feel a little burnt out on it. On the other hand, that was the day I did the heist 4 times in a row. So, as much as I don't want to burn myself out on this, the final question of this subject comes into play, and this question I have already asked in the past. And by patched, I mean not allowing people to prep in invite-only sessions, not allowing the heist to be done solo, adding guard placement to eliminate the stealth success rate, completely removing the drainage ditch. All in all, the hypothetical scenarios can go on, but it all comes down to the same thing. Will this current layout be around for good, or will Rockstar get the feeling that they're losing too much money to their standards on shark card sales declining? We as a community have no idea if this is going to be patch, fix, altered in any way, or if this was actually completely intended by Rockstar for the players of the game. I'm very much on the fence on this one myself, but I guess we can end by saying, get the money while the money's good. Another thing, if you're watching at this point in time, 87% of the people that watch this video, they are not subscribed, so please subscribe to the damn channel if you enjoy watching these videos. With that said, I appreciate every single one of you tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the videos if you're sharing the videos. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss new upcoming videos, and with that said, as always, hope you all stay happy out there, please stay positive, and we will definitely speak to you next time.